हाय एवरीबॉडी, कैसा हुआ पेपर? इंग्लिश ने आई एम श्योर सरप्राइज किसी को भी नहीं किया, बट ये एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं थी कि इतना इजी आ जाएगा पेपर. यस, आई थिंक बाय फार अक्रॉस ऑल द सेक्शंस the easiest section I would say was English for sure. It was supremely easy. The questions were very very factual, they were very very direct. आप लोगों का कैसा हुआ पेपर? इंग्लिश बहुत इजी था. ओके अनन्या, गरिमा, इजी. यस, सो डिस्कस करेंगे कि मैं उसको व्हेन आई कॉल इट इजी, हम किस बेंचमार्क में उसको इजी बोलते हैं, and what is that the correct answers are going to be, how much you should have attempted. By the way, before that, what do you think the level of difficulty of this section was? Everyone, what do you think should be the level of difficulty of English? Easiest? Yes, of course. बहुत easy था. ठीक है, great. And English क्योंकि एक easy section था, I'm sure you found this easy because over the months, the mocks that we had taken, it had prepared you in such a manner that you were ready for any kind of difficult question that could come up, right? Probably the only moderate passage that was there in the entire section, I'll take you to that passage, was this one. The only moderate passage was this one, and this one was exactly the kind of passages we had been solving in the mocks, we had been solving in the last lab series, we had been solving in the revision series. Now that was one of those passages that had the main theme based question, contextual vocabulary based question. ऐसी चीजें हमने बहुत solve करी है over the time. ठीक है, central theme का question था. We had contextual vocabulary based question, which was this one. We had been solving such questions over and over again. That means we were already prepared for such a passage. Yes. But apart from that, if you look at the other passages, specifically the first one, the length of the passage was this one in the background. The length of the passage was extremely small. The kind of questions that were there were probably the kind of questions you had seen coming up in your school exams. Can you agree to this everyone? स्कूल में जिस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस आते थे इस पैसेज में, और एक पैसेज जो सेटिंग की बात करता है ना, जहां आप, this is the last one, I'll take you to that passage. This passage probably was the easiest of all. The questions were so direct that I hope you had saved a lot of time for doing critical reasoning or for doing legal by skimming through this passage. I'm sure you had practiced skimming a lot. है ना? ठीक है. So questions का आंसर डिस्कस करना स्टार्ट करते हैं, बट उसके पहले, in such a paper, according to me, according to you, how long did you take to solve the entire section English? Absolutely, very, very direct. In how much time did you solve the entire section English? I'd like to know that from you. Before I give my own suggestions on how long you should have taken to solve the entire paper. आपने कितनी देर में ये पूरा section solve किया? How long did you take to solve the entire section? Everyone. 12, okay, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 minutes. Very good, Jyoti. Very, very good, because the time that you've saved here, you could have utilized it somewhere else. 20 minutes approx, absolutely. So as far as my understanding tells me, 20 minutes was the maximum you should have given to this section, because most of the, out of so many passages that we have practiced, we had assumed that one passage could have 5 questions. That was the standard they had been giving us. So एक ये surprise था कि number of passages reduce हो गए थे, per passage the number of questions increased. Like in the sample paper you had seen, the last year paper you had seen, you had 6 passages, 5 passages coming up, and per passage you had 5 questions coming up. But this year you had 4 passages coming up, and per passage the number of questions were 6. ठीक है, तो रीडिंग कम करनी पड़ी आपको, उस वजह से आप टाइम सेव कर पाए. ये सेक्शन आप इजीली 20 मिनट्स में कर पाते. Yes, 20 minutes approx would have been a fair deal. Now let's have a look at the correct answers according to us, according to the discussions we have had. The first passage was about the realm of contemporary literature, and some examples were given here. The first one was namesake example, and then we had Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things. बहुत ही छोटा passage था. It would barely take few seconds to skim through this. The questions were so direct, you could have easily done them. So आंसर देखते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 का क्या है. Contemporary literature, how is the relationship between character and setting described in the passage? The author talks about setting being very, very important. If you remember when we used to do the cat in the rain passage, I always kept telling you कि देखो उस passage में rain है, cold है, dark है, all of these elements play an important role in setting up the mood of the reader, setting up the background of the story. You remember that? That it's dark, gloomy, not a very pleasant sight. That means when you talk about this setting, it actually is a way of dealing with how the reader gets an idea of the entire story, है ना? So यहाँ correct answer is going to be a B. It's a complex interplay. Setting also influences the plot, the character, how the reader perceives them, and how the writer develops the entire plot. Across many passages, you've seen that happening. Across many stories, you've seen that happening. So yes, it is a complex interplay here. Oh, something's just stuck. Not working here today. Okay. So it's going to be a B. Next question. In the novel, The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, what does the barren desert landscape symbolize? See, when we use a barren word, even if you did not read the whole passage, आपको पता है barren comes with a little negative connotation here, right? So it cannot be a thriving community. It cannot be a lush, vibrant, or a happy, carefree life. Since barren comes with a negative connotation, how will the author use barren to set up the entire background of the story? It should show a negativity, which is isolation and identity crisis. So it was pretty direct here. The correct answer here should be a B. Next one. Let's come here. Question number 3. What role does the Scottish Moors play in Shakespeare's Macbeth? So Shakespeare's Macbeth is right here in the last line. I just can't write. I need to fix this, guys. 1 second. Last paragraph में in Shakespeare's timeless tragedy Macbeth, the eerie of the foreboding setting of Scottish Moor casts a dark shadow over the character's actions. ठीक है? तो options में आते हैं ever present omen of impending tragedy, negative है, dark shadow है. Negative कितने options में है? No influence हो नहीं सकता आंसर. Place for character relax positive है आंसर हो नहीं सकता. Beautiful serene landscape positive है आंसर हो नहीं सकता. The only negative one is option C. Question number 4. What does the term interplay refer to in the context of the passage? Probably the only contextual vocabulary based question in the entire paragraph, but without referring to the passage. Can you answer this, everyone? कितना direct है ये question? देखो, first option interplay का मतलब क्या है? Like this. Inter word tells you this, right? Option A says the lack of interaction. Why will interplay be used for a lack of interaction? Option A eliminated, right? So this cannot be the correct answer. Option C says an insignificant connection. Again, interplay insignificant क्यों होगा? It should be connected, so eliminated. D says a complete separation. Interplay means this. Complete separation means this. This also is going to be the easiest question. Now, fourth correct answer has to be B. Very, very direct. Question number 5. Which of the following best describes the setting? Now, देखो मैं जब question number 5, 4 बोल रही हूँ, आपका set अलग हो सकता है. You mark your answers according to the set that you had got. Currently, we are doing the passage on what role the setting plays in building the character and the entire plot. Okay. So question number 5. According to the following, the words best describes the setting in God of Small Things. ठीक है? So God of Small Things पे आप वापस जा सकते हो. We have lush, vibrant Kerala backwaters. The moment they say Kerala backwaters, green comes in front of your mind, right? So it can't be boring or insignificant or dark or foreboding. Lush and vibrant is exactly written in the passage. B is the correct answer. Question number 6. Main theme discussed in the passage. What did we discuss? Setting playing an important role. So option B automatically is eliminated because it says setting is unimportant. Eliminated. Probably out of all these 6 questions, if you are somebody who's not very, very good with English, you might have got this question correct. But rest of the 5 questions were sitter questions. According to me, you should have got all of these 5 questions correct. So इस basis पे हम calculate करेंगे. Manu, probably 6 questions. If you did not understand the passage at all, तो 6 आप eliminate कर सकते हो उस case में. But एक average बच्चे को यहाँ 6 के 6 correct मिलने चाहिए थे. We will use this to calculate our expected good attempts in English. ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं next passage में. The only moderate passage in English. It talks of the crisis of justice. But क्योंकि तुमने अगर mocks दिए ना sincerely, तो तुमको पता है कि ये passage difficult तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं था. आपने इससे कितने और difficult passages किए होंगे mock में. You were already ready for any surprise that could come your way. So इसलिए I'm very very sure कि BYJU'S exam prep के जो students है ना, उनके लिए ये पेपर बिल्कुल बिल्कुल लो हैंगिंग फ्रूट होना चाहिए, है ना, क्योंकि आपने बहुत एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है, हमने मॉक्स के साथ, हमने बहुत इजी से लेके बहुत डिफिकल्ट हर वैरायटी ऑफ पैसेज किया है. सो इस पूरे पेपर में ना आपके लिए कुछ भी सरप्राइज एलिमेंट नहीं था. एक अच्छा सरप्राइज ही था जीके में, जब आप व्हेन आई वुड सी यू गाइस एक्चुअली वर्किंग सो हार्ड इन जीके एंड यू गेटिंग सो स्ट्रेस्ड एंड वर्कड अप, ये आपके लिए गुड सरप्राइज था कि चलो ठीक है, ये तो मैं आराम से कर ही लूंगा. ठीक है, सो द ओनली मॉडरेट पैसेज हियर, द क्राइसिस ऑफ जस्टिस. और आपको पता है यहाँ दो कीवर्ड्स हैं, rich and poor, and the bifurcation here related to justice. So ये तीन key elements, keywords हो जाते हैं यहाँ, rich, poor and justice. And you know that justice doesn't treat the rich and the poor equally. Most of the places, most of these dungeons, most of these imprisonments are done for the poor only. That's what the passage talks about. So question number first, the central theme of the above extract. We've done so many main theme based passages, right? Absolutely, yes, Manu, definitely in a good way. Oh, yes, Garima, absolutely, I'm sure. ठीक है, तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 देखते हैं. सेंट्रल थीम क्या डिस्कस किया था हमने? तीन कीवर्ड्स देखे थे हमने, रिच, पुअर और जस्टिस. ये तीनों आपके सिर्फ एक ऑप्शन में अवेलेबल. अगर आपने कीवर्ड प्रैक्टिस किया था ना तमीज से, इफ यू प्रैक्टिस्ड फाइंडिंग आउट कीवर्ड्स with me in the classes, you would know that only one option has the keywords here, and that's only option B. So B is the correct answer here. Let's go to question number 8, everyone. What does the author mean by docket excluded? So there's a line that says they are docket excluded here. Docket excluded का मतलब क्या हुआ? ये रहा line देखो. They are docket excluded, a new type of untouchability. That's for the poor. It's not a physical untouchability that you can't touch me, I can't touch you, the high and the low class. It's untouchability, but a metaphorical one that's visible in the judiciary system. Okay, so docket excluded, the poor do not have easy access to the judiciary system. Excluded word apply karo, nahi mata docket ka matlab, you can still answer this question correctly. Exclusion means they are kept away, like in the form of untouchability. A is the correct answer. Next question, which of the following word best describes the experience of different segments of people? The entire passage shows how rich and poor and the middle class, there's a differentiation between them with reference to justice. It can't be symbiotic. Symbiotic is this, एक दूसरे के साथ मिलके चलना. It can't be symbiotic or affective or interdependent. Symbiotic and interdependent are synonyms here. It's absolutely conflicting. C is the correct answer. Yes. 10th का answer B. Okay. Which of these statements? Probably these two questions, 10th and 11th, in the slide that you see, were the only two questions where you needed some thinking in the passage. Rest of the questions, thinking की need ही नहीं थी. English इतना easy था. तो question number 10 देखते हैं. Which of the following statement is the author most likely to agree with? Author का stance क्या है? Poor को we keep them aside, they are the worst suffering one, and rich we actually they are the privileged one in terms of justice. Okay, and that's exactly what the author believes in. And when we have to find out an argument that supports the author's argument, we have to go in the same lines. A says the judicial system reflects the same power relationship as those exist in the society. Rich are more powerful, poor are the least powerful. We see the same in the judiciary system as well. The author uses untouchability, the term, to showcase the difference that we see in the society. The similar metaphorical untouchability is visible in the judiciary system as well. That is visible in option A, talks in the same terms as the author does. So, Ronak, A is the correct answer here, not B. B says access to judicial system is determined more by a person's economic status, such as wealth and income, than by a social status, such as religion and caste also plays an important role according to the author, right? So, we can't eliminate that. That's why B is incorrect. Question number 11. Which of the following statements is the author most likely to disagree with? He says judiciary is equally responsible here. Option B, no. Just a minute. Option B says the law ensures equality in both text and practice. If there was equality in law, then the entire theme of the passage that poor and rich, there's a discrimination between them, it stands incorrect. B clearly opposes the main theme of the passage. Okay, so yes, correct answer is a B. And the last question for this paragraph, what makes reform a judicial administration a neutral area? Reform to judicial administration do a favor, do not favor one class of people over the other. जब एक को favor नहीं करोगे, if you do not favor one, you are on a neutral stance. That's how you find the neutral answer here. How many questions did you get correct here out of the 6 in the judicial passage, everyone? How many correct did you get? Out of the 6 questions here, you could have easily attempted 5. Yes. So that will decide a good score in English here. How many correct did you get, everyone? Let's go to the next passage, everybody. Passage number 3, Kasoli. If you have read the passage on setting carefully, you would see how setting here also impacts the character building of the protagonist here. You know, the surrounding, she stays alone, a little negativity here and there that will help us answer all of the questions correctly. Very quickly, question number 1, everyone. Let's come here. 4, 3 correct, 3 wrong. Did you mark all the 6? Okay. But don't worry, guys. This was the only moderate passage. The remaining 2 are easy. तो ऐसा करते हैं, इसको जल्दी से skip करते हैं, easy वाले पे आते हैं. Let me boost your confidence here, है ना? Question number 13, yeah. Barren, stark. Okay. बिल्कुल कुछ भी नहीं है. No grass, completely empty. It can't be bustling and vibrant. A eliminated. Lush and colorful is opposite to barren. C eliminated. Stimulation in a variety. Stimulation will be with color. Since it was barren, it can't be stimulation. B easily can be found by elimination. Question number 14. What do you get to know about the protagonist's state of mind? Now, guys, see, I'm moving fast because my aim is to probably only tell you the correct answers right now. Okay. In detail, if you want to discuss these questions, we'll have a separate session altogether where I'll tell you आपका correct approach क्या होना चाहिए था, आप कैसे ज़्यादा score कर सकते थे, वो हम बाद में करेंगे. But अभी aim क्या है that I explain the correct answers to you very, very quickly and that you know what your scores are. Okay? So question number 14. By the way, did you hit the like button, everyone? If you haven't done that yet, please do it. It takes a lot of effort to come like so immediately after the examination. Please do that right away. Yes, ये passage easy था. Correct. Protagonist state of mind from a reaction. State of mind from a reaction. Was she very eager to see the postman? She wasn't. Right? So it can't be grateful. Option A eliminated. Suspicious, no. Disinterested and generally unaffected by the presence of others. See, she was hateful. She did not want any visitors. So she can't just be unaffected. Option D eliminated. She dislikes any disturbance. She just did not want the postman to come up. So B the correct answer. Question number 15th. What does the protagonist desire to be mistaken for a pine tree reveal about her mindset? She yearns to be one with nature. Getting back to the passage would have helped you answer this question correctly. Very easy this was. Question number 16. Acha, ye shrill and maddening. Probably the only question that would have made you think in the entire passage here. Did you even find the shrill and maddening in the passage? If you did not, could you have answered this question correctly? You could have still. How? By going to the main tone of the passage. See, shrill and maddening are negative terms. Okay. So out of the options, you see vexatious and irritating as the only 2 options. Like maddening is going to make me crazy. Irritating is the closest one to it. So we would choose C here as the best of all. But if you did not find it, you could have still attempted it. Okay? So correct answer for now becomes a C. Question number 17. Which of the following statements are true about the protagonist's overall state of mind? Okay. How many of you marked 1 and 2? See, if there was an option 1 and 3, some of you might have been confused. Because she experiences a sense of contrast, restlessness and anguish because there was some negativity in her behavior. But it wasn't restlessness. it was some kind of happiness that the surrounding she is in, and no intruders are welcome there. That's exactly why only 3, according to us, is going to be the correct answer. Option number 1 is not going to be true. Yes, D is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 11, who wanted me to answer that? Acha, we did that already. ठीक है रौनक. Okay. ठीक है. So question number 17, D. Question number 18. In the light of the above passage, what role does nature play in the protagonist's life? Nature. She is actually very keen, very inclined towards it. So, but there's some negativity associated. So it serves as a reminder of the harsh realities of life. C is the correct answer. How many correct did you guys get here? Out of 6. How many correct? Before we move on to our last passage. Everyone, guys, I have 72 people watching me live. I have barely 56 likes. You need to hit the like button. That's your Guru Dakshina that you repay us. Do that right away. You got 5. Very good, Devishri. Very good. Others, 5. Very good. Correct. Very good. Okay. No, that's incorrect. Why? We'll discuss that in detail later on, because I need to rush up with the last passage, and then we need to move the passage to the next faculty. That's probably going to be, you can guess who. Next passage about English literature. Easiest. ये ऐसे पैसेज था जैसा स्कूल में आता था. पैसेज पढ़ना नहीं है, क्वेश्चन पढ़ना है, आंसर निकाल के मार्क करना है. और मैंने आपको कितनी बार बोला, in fact, the last passage we did immediately in the last marathon we had, I told you कि literature और fiction तो आएगा, और इतना आया that I was overwhelmed with the abundance of it. We had so much of literature. We had narrative passage. We had the one on Kasoli. We had a book extract. We had so much of it coming in. And I'm glad that we've done all of it so much across our mocks. Okay, so this was probably the easiest. Okay? The first question. Who is often regarded as the greatest playwright? William Shakespeare, clearly written here. So we have William Shakespeare. Okay, so correct answer, just a minute. Correct answer for question number 19 is C. Question number 20. Which of Jane Austen's novels is known for its social commentary with witty portrayal? We have Sense and Sensibility given directly in the passage. It's a factual answer. Yes, the correct answer is B. Question number 21. Who are the romantic poets mentioned? देखो इतना डायरेक्ट क्लियर लाइन में एक लाइन में लिखा हुआ है रोमांटिक पोएट्स. वी हैव विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ एंड सैमुअल टेलर. लिखा हुआ है क्लियर लाइन में. जब पैसेज पढ़ रहे हो नहीं मिला, वापस जाके रिकन्फर्म कर सकते हो, राइट? सो वी हैव द करेक्ट आंसर हियर, ऑप्शन नंबर सी. क्वेश्चन नंबर 22. What is the title of Virginia Woolf's novel? Again, a factual question. The correct answer is Dalloway. Option number C. Yes, way too easy. Question number 22. Identify the 20th century novel mentioned in the passage. That's 1984. Anyone who reads novels, I'm sure this is something you must have not missed. And this passage was a beautiful read for you. And the last question, question number 24. What does the passage highlight as the enduring power of English literature? It's option B, the diversity of its authors, themes, and styles. How many correct did you get here, everyone? And now let's quickly move to okay, Ronak says 17.5. Okay. All right. Now let's come here. Happy on reading it. So 6 on 6. You should have got a 6 on 6 correct here. Now 20.25. All right. Others, tell me your total score very, very quickly. 17.75, 20.25. Total score, everyone. Now, according to me, a good score, since I can't use my pen tab, a good score here is going to be roughly around 19. Okay. So, if you are somebody who have 19 is going to be a good score. Okay. Now, if you are somebody who wishes to score 19, you should have attempted almost all with a 90% accuracy. to get a 19. That's a good score according to me. So good number of attempts, all, or maybe leaving a couple of questions, but 22 certainly should have been marked by you with a good 90% accuracy is needed, because English was a low hanging fruit. This section was easy for everyone, irrespective of your background, irrespective of the language medium of uh, studying that you've done, irrespective of everything. English was easy. Good attempts 22 तो होना ही चाहिए and minimum. बट इससे कम गया तो आपकी एक्यूरेसी फिर 100% होनी चाहिए थी उस केस में, ठीक है। तो 19 स्कोर आ रहा है, वेरी गुड। 20 स्कोर है, 23, वेरी गुड निमिलिका, वेरी गुड। एंड देन वी हैव ऑल राइट 19। तो मतलब ठीक है, अभी जितने बच्चे हैं ना मेरे पास चैट में, वो सब एक सेफ जोन में। तो नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू ट्रांसफर द सेशन टू केडी सर, who's going to be discussing the legal section, the critical reasoning section with you. But before I do that, top 3 NLUs are expected cutoff is going to be 93 to 96. And for top 9 NLUs, our expected cutoff is 83 to 85. And at least one NLU, our expected cutoff is 71 to 73. If you are somebody who is scoring a 70 plus according to the answer key, you have a fair chance of getting into one of the NLUs that we have. So on to you, Katie sir. Everyone stick with me, hit the like button and wait for the analysis for the critical reasoning section, everyone. Here you go.